So CIA taught us two important things about headlines, right? First, headlines are generally alarmist. They're supposed to be something that trigger an emotional response in the reader that gets them to click on the larger story, right? So that's the first purpose of a headline, is it's to trigger an emotion that gets you to click. So whether that emotion is something outrageous like anger or sadness or shame or fear or whatever, a headline is there to get you to click. So you definitely can't trust the headline to be the news. The headline is there to get you to click so that you go into the news story. And then the first paragraph of the news story is really just there to get you to continue reading. So there's also no real value in the first paragraph. Real news is actually hidden in the last 5 paragraphs of any story. So if you really want to read the news and you really want to see what's happening in a story, go ahead and click on the headline. That's fine. Just skip to the last 5 paragraphs. Because inside those last 5 paragraphs, if it's 6 paragraphs long, the last 3 paragraphs, inside that is where you actually find the vetted true news.
What the statements there.
Yep. Where the editor had to say, yes, this information is vetted. That's in the bottom of the story. That's not in the top. Everything in the top half of the story is just there to get your attention. So CIA taught us, like, you can't trust a headline and you can't trust the first half of the news story, because all of that, no matter if it's in Chinese or Hindi or English, it's all make-believe. It's all just emotional, alarmist rhetoric to get a predisposed person to click and view. So you have to read the second half of the news, right? That's the first thing they taught us. The second thing they taught us is that you have to constantly read opposing forces. So if you're reading Fox, you need to read CNN.
Yeah.
If you're reading the Christian Science Monitor, you need to read Al Jazeera, right? You need to read opposing views, because what you're guaranteed is that they're going to be biased.
Sure.
So what you're looking for is where two biased sources that operate against each other, where they intersect, that's the truth. That's factual, right? So one person can say all the bad things they want to make you feel bad about Donald Trump. Somebody else can say all the bad things they want to make you feel bad about Kamala Harris. But when you find out in the middle that there's a tariff being levied against China on imported plastics, that's a fact, because it's free of bias and it's corroborated by an alternate source where you're sure that there's not circular reporting.
We say about, like, so a lot of times, like, I kind of recognize, with complete humility, recognize this platform that I've been given. You know, I believe God's given me this platform to be responsible with it. I know if I say something now that people are going to respond to it and act off of it, because people are tuning in to my Instagram, to this show for media. So I try to be very responsible with that. Like, I don't talk about things I don't know. If I'm going to give a statement, I want to research it, make sure. I don't want people just to trust me. I want people to, like you said, cross-examine. When I watch, for example, when I watch the debates, I watch the debate, and then instead of going to Fox News, I go to CNN. I'm a conservative, so I go to CNN to listen. I want to hear the other side. Yep. But so many people, like, and I appreciate the followers listening to us right now on this show, lean on guys like me, you, Shawn Ryan, and say, hey, don't just trust one person.
Absolutely. If you want to show respect to our institutions as American citizens, the effort that you and I are putting into trying to build our businesses, if you want to respect and honor those things, don't just trust us.
Yeah.
Vet us. Validate against other news sources that what we're saying is true or not true. And don't just do it to us. Show honor and respect to yourself.
Yeah.
So that any information that comes to you, just question it all. Anything that comes out of my mouth, just by default, question it. Go out, find whether it's true or false, find whether there's corroborating information or dissenting information, and make your own conclusion. We are a country that has become a great country because we are independent. That means we're not red, we're not blue, we were born purple. The blood in our veins is purple first, right? That's how we run. We get to choose what we want. And guess what? Once you choose, you can choose policy to policy. You can choose day to day. You can choose month to month. You can choose whatever you want. You don't have to fit into some category forever. And what's so frustrating is our institutional government has embedded itself in these bicameral sides. You have to be a Republican or a Democrat. And being a Republican means this, being a Democrat means this. And then that forces all of us this artificial choice that we have to make. We have to pick one side or the other.
Yeah.
The truth is, you do whatever's right for you, and you vote your conscience, right? You vote for the representative that presents the best plan for your future and what you value.
Yeah.
Whoever that person is, go with it.
So fresh on. Freedom.